So how do you think introverts? How do you think they get into relationships?
I've seen this happen in my classes.
Yeah.
That like there'll be a girl and a dude, and they're seated together, kind of close.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
they start like as talking about the homework, and then it slowly turns into get your number for class, and then it turns into because I go to discussion sections and I'll see like slowly you see two people getting closer and closer. There's like little two groups around a dude and girl, dude and girl, dude and girl, and then slowly they just start dating. But I think that's how introverts kind of get it started, where it's almost like forced
Like
when it happens, you know?
Just talk to your partner.
Yeah.
Like shit like that.
Exactly. But I think you need to learn how to do both. Like, that's not how life is going to work. If you guys break up, for example, and you're out in the real world, I mean, I guess coworkers could be the same thing where you're just around people a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's one thing that just puts people in relationships is they're around each other a lot.
But I feel like if you want to marry someone, working with them it's gonna be kind of tough, you know, because you got business and then you got home. It's a lot of stress.
Yeah.
You know, because home itself already is gonna bring some stress, and then business.
Well, it's like I feel like high profile jobs. It's like if you're in your career, you're making like enough to support a family.
Yeah.
Or not a family, but yourself well. You should not have a relationship in that area of your life. Like if you're young and you're working. I don't know,
like
at Walmart.
Yeah.
And you start dating your coworker. That's different. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's just.
but if you're a grown ass man, you're trying to, be in this job for the next 20 years or whatever. You don't want to be dating in there.
Like that's why you don't really see like a cop marry another cop. Like I don't think
things.
Yeah, you see some, but I feel like. I've heard of like military dating or like marrying each other.
I wouldn't consider it dating.
But they're married. Some of them get married.
I know one.
Cause military people get married in the little.
I guess so, yeah.
But cops, like I feel like you don't really see two officers marrying each other.
So how do you think most relationships start? Do you think most relationships start in a place like I said where it's forced to be together? Or do you think it's because I don't see it starting from just talking to people?
Yeah, no, that's why. People be like, oh damn, guys be like, oh damn, talking to people is kind of hard. Like it's forced, but it's easier like that. You know, like oh yeah, I seen you. You go to my class or you go to my gym. You know, like it's not like the gym is a little bit different, but it is still forced. You know, like you guys are in there together. Yeah. Like it's not she was walking here, you were walking there.
That's true, but at the same time, like I don't think you don't just start talking to people at the gym unless like you're. It's the same. I feel like if you're talking to somebody in the gym, it's the same as talking to somebody up in the street. You know
but it's different though, because all you guys are there, right? If it's a street, everything's going on everywhere. For me, it's like there's no direction.
But there's no incentive to talk to the person versus like in work or in school.
But for sure, like relationships start as more commonly. Like
so, do you think most people are introverts or extroverts?
Introverts.
Yeah, most people.
Yeah, extrovert. Like you don't. I feel like there are a lot of extroverts, but
I think it's definitely more.
You'll see more introverts. Yeah. You know, that's why, especially like the younger people, and then you'll see them grow up. Like, do you know that one introvert from like you used to know high school or middle school, and now they're he kind of changed or he stayed the same.
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of like that. You know, like they'll either stay the same or they'll pick up some skills. Like you said, you know, you were introvert, but then you picked up some skills talking. You said it's kind of forced, but you're more comfortable now, right? You got more experience.
Yeah. Like, it's just experience. That's all it is. Just reps.
Yeah, reps. 2 more sets of reps of communicating.
Just reps. Yeah.
Straight up.
That's what it is. Get your sets in every day.
Get your sets in every day of communicating, and then maybe you might find a wife.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's always when you least expect it. I feel like you just
like
meet a random person, whatever, and then something happens.
Expecting a person is kind of
when you expect things, it's not
It's not as like natural. You know, I feel like when you don't expect, it's like whoa, like this is a boom, 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 boom. But when you expect it, it's like oh shit, like I knew it.
Like I'm bored.
Yeah, like you'll see her in class. Oh yeah, and then she'll talk to you or whatever. You know, especially for me, I don't. You know, I'm an extrovert. Yeah. Like I'll talk to anyone, but if I'm just like doing whatever the fuck I'm supposed to be doing, I'd rather just do that. You know.
Yeah. Like, that's true though. It does. I think it does have to be natural to
like
work.
you know, like we've had a few occasions where we'll just be at the mall and then some girl would just be like, "Oh, like, do you have a Snap?" Like,
Yeah.
You know, it's more like, "Oh shit, like, sure."
Yeah.
Like at the gym, or at school or some shit, it'll be like, like.
The fuck?
Yeah, like you've seen her before. You've seen her kind of staring.
Don't
It's
talk
like,
to me.
yeah, like get away. You know, but
Yeah.
it's kind of like that. I feel like.
It's interesting though, cause like you'll see your homies get in relationships, and
Yeah.
like one thing that I think I see it happen a lot though, which is it's just unfortunate, is they just leave from the friend group.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's like
That's most.
that's most
Yeah,
dudes.
most dudes, and
They just get too busy with their partner, which is not a problem. But I feel like if your bros were there before,
yeah,
that's not cool. You know, especially if you don't hang out with them at all, like at least a couple days, or you know,
they just
even
start hanging out with you again out of nowhere when they break up.
that's kind of weak.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, bro, you left when you was up. Now you down. It's like, bro,
You left when you were up. That's true.
Like, what do you want, bro?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it tells you where people's priorities are. Because if you're leaving your friends for somebody, then what happens? Would you leave your career or your aspirations for somebody, your dreams and goals?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have to have a path regardless. If things don't work out, things don't work out. But if you have a goal and somebody makes you change it, and you've had that goal,
Yeah.
like how does that look on you as a person?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have no integrity at that point.
Well, someone could change your mind because your feelings.
You've
you know?
been going to school for this long, or you've been with your boys for this long, or you've been working out for this long, and someone comes along and let me drop all that because they gave me attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of guys out there like that.
I think it's a self-worth thing.
Like you said, priorities. You know, like,
Yeah.
oh, you got your priorities on them, even though like say, you and your boys had like a vacation plan, and then your boy's like, damn, bro, my girl's not letting me go. Like I get that, but it's like, bro, we planned it. You know, like you can't plan it and then like just oh yeah, nah.
Yeah.
You know, even like shit like that.
My girl's not letting me go. I could never be in a relationship with somebody that's like
Yeah,
that.
no, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's just us. You know, like with the boys, it's different if he was going with like his cousin's friends or the girl's friends or some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think I've ever had a situation where like I've been. Well, I wouldn't. Like I'm not asking to go on a trip.
Yeah.
In the first place, but it's my money. I'm do what I want.
Yeah.
I'm a human being. But yeah, I don't know. Like that's just a red flag in general.
Like, you
it's
don't
like going
want-
back to red flags.
yeah, you don't want her to like baby you. You know, like, oh no, don't go, come back at this
Yeah.
time. Like, bro,
Like your girl could like, I want.
Yeah, she could
be
worry.
around you. Like she could like,
she could worry and miss you,
yeah.
but she can't just block you off
Because that's
of
just a
your
lack of trust at that point.
schedule. Yeah.
If you have no trust in your partner, then it's bound to fail or bound to be toxic.
It's,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
And then someone's over here like, it's either the guy or the girl, they're stressed, like, damn, she's calling me. Or like she's over here worried, but she's not. She's probably just thinking that you're cheating
Yeah.
or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on vacation. You know, like, bro, there's a lot of girls who think like, damn, he's cheating.
Yeah.
Like, that's not cool. That's some shit that they need to reflect on.
Yeah.
Even like some guys, it's like, damn, she's cheating for sure. But like, bro, what if she's just chilling?
Yeah. I mean, and even if she is cheating, better to find it out sooner than later, I guess, right? Yeah, you got to look at the bright side of everything. If someone, I don't know, I feel like a lot of things are meant to be. Something doesn't happen, on to the next, you know?
On to the next.
But going back to men's
Responsibility.
self-worth,
Self-worth.
I think, do you think that because a lot of the times, like if you're leaving your friend group, or you're like dropping your job or slacking on school because somebody gives you attention, do you think that's because most men are just deprived of attention? Do you think that's where it comes from? Just like a
lack of experience. You know, they've never had this, so it's
attention.
like, oh my god, yeah. It always goes back to attention, because when you have a girlfriend, like, you know, they're doing all these things for you. You know, you're probably sleeping with them most likely.
Yeah.
You know, for a guy, it's like, especially when you haven't got in a lot, they're like, damn, like, you know, wow, this is mine,
Yeah.
and I get it whenever I want. So they're like, wow, like, every day. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then even though the boys are like, bro, let's go hit the gym. You know, let's go do the shit. And then they're like, damn, nah, I hit the gym already. Like, I want to go with my girlfriend every day.
Yeah.
For like another day every day. Like,
yeah,
bro, I've seen this shit a lot. Like, it's kind of lame. You know, especially for a young guy. Like, you're too. Like, I don't want, like, we're not old, but we're too old to be doing, you know, that's like middle school, high school shit.
Yeah, I mean, it really isn't, but it is for us,
yeah.
I think.
I feel like you should be socializing.
Because, bro, most people in college are doing the same thing that high schoolers were doing. That I've seen.
Yeah, I feel like, I know.
That's what I've seen.
I know a few college people who just, like, one girlfriend, they'll never hang out. Even, like, their studies, like, damn, bro, I stayed up partying with my girlfriend. Now I'm fucking late or on this test or some shit. Like,
yeah,
it's just bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they put the other person's lives over them. Fucking no responsibility. Like, oh, yeah, it's my girlfriend. Fuck it. She's my responsibility. Like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Especially in college. Come on. Like,
you just
college girl? That's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel too old, bro.
Yeah, it's right. It's just... It's high school shit. Like,
I was in the gym the other day and this dude was talking to this girl or him. They were just talking. They were random. They started talking to each other. It just became sexual, like randomly. I was like, all right, that's crazy. And then he like comes back to do a set and he starts bragging to all his friends. They're like, oh, this bitch fucking wants me already. And it's like, bro, I imagine bragging about that. Like some random. I don't want to say too much because I feel like it's not gonna sound good, but long story short, it's like if you feel the need to brag and tell your friends these things, that, bro, that's not an accomplishment. Like,
it shows immaturity too. Like, oh wow, like look, hey guys, that I did something that you can't do. So it's weak shit.
It's just weak.
It's just immature and it just shows like, damn, like this is what this guy does to like think he's cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you like probably his friends think, oh my god, that's so cool.
That's what I'm saying. His friends probably suck.
Like for guys like us, it's like, bro, you're awkward, you're weird.
Like it's just, weird. I don't care.
Yeah.
Cool. Why do I need to know that?
Why am I here? Like,
all right. What the? No, that's facts.
So how do you handle like school, work, your personal life, social life? Like how do you work around all those things?
That's a good question. Honestly, you have to try not to waste time.
Yeah.
Because you don't have that much time in the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're probably not doing much at night. And if you wake up in the morning, you got classes and all that, you're not going to be able to get much done in the morning either.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to mitigate the amount of time that you waste. And for me, if I'm thinking about my classes, right? If I have classes in the morning, maybe I have a little gap to get the gym in. Maybe I have a little gap to get my homework in.
Yeah.
You could do a lot of things, in my opinion, in a short amount of time if you really focus. I think it's really quality over quantity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you have 10 hours and to do something versus 2 hours to do something, I guarantee you're going to work harder in that 2 hours than you are in that 10 hours. Especially if you're prone to procrastination.
10 hours for sure. You could do like 3 hours of just, chilling.
Yeah.
You're like on your phone or eating or sleeping. Yeah. 2 hours though, you can't be slacking. You got to pick up the pace or whatever you're doing for school or work. And I know you work, probably 45 to an hour you drive after work?
Yeah, I got to drive back to the Bay.
But you don't work every day though, right?
No, I have to.
So you fit all your people?
It's everything's stacked. Yeah. So, everybody's back to back to back. I can't really waste time, I can't sit around. Especially, I don't work in, I work, what's it called? I work for myself, so I'm not getting paid for the time that I'm not working.
You know what I mean? So you want to work as much as you can so you get paid, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But
I have to also, if I have a gap, for example, I can work out during that gap. You have to think of what you're doing on your downtime. If I just sit on my phone, that's a whole workout I could have done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And half the time I probably don't have time to do the workouts that I want to do. So that's how I fit everything in, especially if I want to compete and do all that other stuff. I have to stay on top of these things. And at the same time, these midterms are not easy. People are struggling. Yeah, people are failing. You know what I mean? Bro. So you don't want to fall.
Like when students say, "Oh, I'm stressed out. I have all this homework, all these tests. I gotta study. I don't have time." What advice could you give some students that just be saying.
I think you have to be honest with yourself. You see the stories where you're single mom or single dad and he's going to school with his kids at home and providing for them and getting an education.
Yeah.
You don't ever really have an excuse. I mean, sit down with yourself and say, oh, why am I on my phone for this long? When am I on my phone? What am I doing at this time? You're for sure not fully locking in and using all your time.
Yeah.
And you're falling back because of that. You know, it's going to be a discipline thing. And it sucks. Like, it's not easy to do it. It's not easy to sit down and study every day. Back to back. It sucks. But if that's what you want to do and you're passionate about your education, that's what you got to do. And if you're not passionate, either go through it or find something else, you know?
But it's crazy because, look, you go to UC Berkeley. You live by yourself. You go to work, yet you still have time to, you know, hang out. We could do a podcast. Like, bro, there's time.
Yeah.
I mean, there's time to do shit. Like, there's some people, for me, like, oh, all they probably do is just go to work and go to school, yet they're like, oh, no, I don't want to hang out today, or no, I don't want to go. Like, what is that? Just laziness, or just they don't want to do nothing?
You have to have a schedule, too. Like, for example, tomorrow, I'm probably going to lock in 6 hours in the library, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know that, I'm probably going to have people that want to hang out on Saturday night. You know what I mean? There's probably plans going on. So, okay, I know what I'm going to do. I have these things I have to do for the week. Get them done. What can you not get done in a 5-6 hour sit-down focus session?
Yeah.
You wake up at 5 in the morning. You can get that done by 10. You would have been asleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So push it back. I get to bed earlier. I know most people don't go to sleep until after they've been on their phone for 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And another thing that I found that's really time consuming that I wasn't spending time on earlier is cooking.
Oh, okay.
That's one thing where, it's hard because for me, I eat a lot of food.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll cook like a pound of meat for one meal.
Yeah, and you don't want to eat out because that's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive.
$12, $15. You're like, if you eat out every meal, that's like $50 a day, bro. You know, that's gas.
That's good, bro. Gas is a whole other story.
Yeah, it's better to just, you know, buy what, $20 that'll last you like 3 days of food.
I mean, get some rice.
Yeah.
Get a rice maker. Get all you need. The rice is gonna last you like 3 months.
Yeah.
Get some greens for your antioxidants and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then just meat. Everything else is all the money I really spend on is meat. I'll get other things sometimes because I work. Yeah, I could treat myself, but if I really look at it, all I need is meat, rice, and greens. That's all you really need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't have a dishwasher. I'm washing for like 30 minutes every time I cook. You know, it's time consuming in that way. But you have to kind of get it to a science. Like, okay, I know this meal is going to take 30 minutes.
Okay.
So set yourself to have a gap for 30 minutes where you're going to make your food and eat and then get straight back to work or work while you're eating your food, you know?
Yeah.
It's not going to take that long to cook.
Yeah.
And some kids get around it by eating ramen and that fast stuff. Yeah, that's cool and all. But I was thinking about this actually. That you know the cliche of like college kids, all they have is like
ramen and rice or some shit.
If you can't find the time to cook while you're in school, how are you gonna find the time in like a full career? Yeah. If you can't do it in school,
for real, yeah.
What, you're gonna eat ramen for the rest of your life?
Yeah, you have to like pick up the skills. Eventually. You have to learn skills to take care of yourself because cooking, that's a fucking survival skill. You feel me? Like that's basic needs. Mm-hmm. Like you eat every day. You know, like imagine if, oh shit, microwave. All I know, like I mean,
I mean,
I know how to make some rice. You know, sizzle some fucking chicken or steak or something. It's not that hard. Go on YouTube. Go on TikTok.
Everything's online, huh? Everything.
Or just FaceTime your mom. Yeah. Like, FaceTime your mom. Oh, mom, what's that one recipe? She'll tell you.
You 100%. It's crazy how the internet has everything now.
It has everything, bro.
Like I was walking through the library today, and it was interesting because you have all these shelves full of books dedicated to just listing the numbers and the molecule. But now you can just search it up online. It's instant. Yeah.
So like it's you don't have to go to the library, go fucking look for it. You could just even an answer on a test on your midterms.
Sadly,
Oh hey, ChatGPT. What could I do?
But if your doctor is ChatGPT doctor, you don't really want that.
Hey, it's crazy, bro. You think like this new generation, like our generation, there's gonna be a few like ChatGPT doctors.
Dude, the thing is, it'll catch up to you though.
It will catch up to you. That's why, like,
life is gonna be lost under your hands, you know. But even then, I don't think it's that what's it called? At some point, they're gonna see through you. You're not gonna get to the stage where you're actually able to do something.
Because it does take skill. Like, you have to, use your hands as a doctor. You feel me? Especially if you're doing surgery.
Even then, dude, surgery, you don't understand. You don't just go into surgery. It takes like years of specializing after the fact that you become a doctor. Yeah. So it's not even as simple as, I'm just going into surgery. You can't. It's not like. You can't do that.
You can't just practice like, here's this body.
You need to have a lot of experience before even thinking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a whole other thing. But, I don't know. I think living alone and moving out, it's easy if you're responsible. If you're not responsible, you're going to struggle. But it's really with everything. It's like, I want to give advice to people, but if I tell someone to work out, for example, they're not going to do it without, you know what I mean? Like, if they want to do it, they're going to do it. If they don't want to do it, they're not going to do it. If I tell someone to eat less calories and
go on a diet or something,
go on the diet, increase their protein, blah, 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 and they don't want to do it, they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
You can give advice, but at the end of the day, if you don't have that drive in you, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, you could lead the horse to the water, but you can't force the horse to drink it.
Yeah exactly.
But yeah, like you said, you need responsibility to just live by yourself. It's so easy to just stack up your dirty clothes, stack up the dirty dishes.
Yeah.
Like, it's easy, you can eat and just fucking leave it there. Like, who's gonna clean it? No one but you. Yeah. Like, you gotta go fucking wash the laundry. Like, you don't have a laundry, right? You go somewhere, go wash it.
Somewhere, yeah.
You need the quarters. Like, it's shit like that though. But over time, you learn it. Now it's just part of your schedule.
Yeah, 100%. Right? Yeah.
Because coming from home, we have fucking laundry room. We have food. Mom probably cooked it.
Yeah.
We have our clothes ready. We have our bed made. Responsibility, bro. Heavy, like Mando. And talk about that, like, as a man, bro. As a man, say, in a relationship, like, you need responsibility in that too.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna, like, back to, responsibility, like you say, in relationships, but before I get to that, like, for example, if you're stacking your dishes up, right? Yeah. That's not even... It's not even about the dishes. Now, for example, your apartment smells like food for the and dirty dishes and garbage, and you're not changing your garbage. Like, for example, I got a
air purifier
and diffuser and all that because I like my space to feel clean and hygienic. You know what I mean? So it comes to that too. Like, who wants to go to someone's apartment or someone's house? It's just dirty, unbearable, and it smells like food and dirty and all that. You have to think like that. You have to be presentable, not only outside of your house, but in your, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if your room is dirty and you're coming out in a nice tux and suit, well, it tells that inside of you, it's actually not what you're trying to show to other people. It's a front, exactly. So you have to treat everything like there's cameras watching you. I think that's the best way to look at it. When you're alone in your room, pretend there's cameras there because, you want to be consistent in everything that you do. You have to be a responsible human being in general. But yeah, I mean, you said hygiene.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think that's number one with everything. It's just hygiene straight up. That's like the minimum bar.
That's base.
Like, if you can't get the hygiene down, there's like other things that haven't been learned growing
for
up.
Sure.
You know what I mean? As a 20s or even like 18, 19s.
Yeah, cause you do need those parents. Me as a kid, I remember, like, I wouldn't brush my teeth every night or every day.
Yeah.
I had my mom like, go brush your teeth. And thank God I did, because now, I have nice teeth. I don't have cavities. I got braces. My mom was even like, brush your teeth, because then, like, you'll leave if you get braces, it shows like the squares sometimes if you don't brush them.
Yeah.
But yeah, luckily for me, I took care of my teeth. And just that, teeth. Like, bro, if you have a nice smile, you could pull a chick. You could pull your wife, bro. If she's like, wow, this guy has a nice smile. It's confidence. Smile is confidence. Your facial hair. Even if you don't have facial hair, like, if you have a little bit, at least take care of it. If you have a lot, take care of it even more. You have to take care of your shit. Like, look clean, look presentable. Even your shoes. Sometimes your shoes are fucked up. Wash them. Like, it's easy. Just get a little dirty toothbrush, wet it, soap, clean, brand new shoes. Even clothes, if you got a stain, bro, get some fucking shout or some shit, or Mr. Clean.
Yeah.
Feel me? Like, scrub that shit off. Even knowing how to cook, bro, that's a cool skill.
That's a cool skill.
That's a pretty good skill.
You know
like, we got a friend.
Yeah.
He be cooking, bro.
He cooks.
He be cooking for the squad. That's a
great skill.
That's a great skill. Like, he's Mando for the party. Like, we invited him first. You know?
Yeah. I mean, if you could cook, I think that's a key to any female's heart.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
For real.
If you could cook, like, a good meal, or you have a variety of meals that you can cook. I mean,
yeah, because look, you could be boring and unattractive, but if you cook and she likes the food that you make her, at least you're closer than.
I feel like you have to have like one thing that you're good at.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you ever see that guy on YouTube and he goes up to girls and he's like, he comes with his guitar and he's like, tell me a song, and he plays the song on demand. Yeah. It's like, that's a cool skill to have.
That's pretty.
And he sings it too. Like,
I seen that one. Yeah. But instrument, it's just skills.
It's just skills.
Even like, talking, bro.
Master skills. Talking is, I feel like that's the one where
it's a sleeper one.
It's a sleeper, but it's also, there's a lot of excuses for it.
There is, yeah.
Like, one thing that I saw people, I don't know where I saw it, but it was extrovert and introvert.
Mm-hmm.
And it was saying that, like, introverts are unable, how do I explain it? So it's not that you don't want to socialize, it's that you don't want to socialize with people that you don't know. So introverts like to be around people that they know and they're comfortable with.
Yeah.
And you know how like they show themselves, but when they're around strangers, they don't show themselves at all.
Yeah.
So it's the difference between being comfortable, being yourself around strangers versus being yourself around people that you know, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, not everybody is blessed to be an extrovert, right? So you have to take
but that's why
sometimes you have to take practice.
You just have to get comfortable. Practicing is basically just go outside and just fucking take it. Just take the fucking everything.
The thing is, I don't even think it's about being comfortable, because I think if you're a true extrovert or introvert, you're never going to be comfortable. But you still you could train yourself to do it.
You know yeah. Like, you could be so awkward or nervous.
Not even awkward, but you just don't enjoy it. Like, for example, for me, I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm an introvert per se, but I wouldn't say I'm an extrovert either. Maybe I'm like kind of in the middle. However, if I do talk to people that I don't know, and then after it's exhausting.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it is not forced in a way, but forced in the sense that I honestly don't really want to be there.
Okay.
So it is forced.
Yeah.
But I learned from like personal training and selling things and all that,
mm-hmm.
that it's mandatory. Even if you don't like being there, you have to do it.
Yeah.
That's what's going to get you into avenues in the next door. I was talking to one of my friends. He goes to the Bay Club, and apparently the Bay Club is like a spot where a lot of rich people go to.
Yeah, Bay Club.
And he was talking to somebody, and they ended up being the owner of a super crazy business, billionaire or something, and they became partners, and just random stuff like that.
Yeah, even our homie, look, like he be putting us on his workouts that he just ask other dudes. Like, right? Yeah. Like, he'll go ask another dude, like, oh, hey, what's your workout? And then it's a new workout.
Yeah. It's always good to learn from people. Because, like, for me, even though I'm a personal trainer, I could always learn new movements.
Yeah, it's just experience.
It's just, again, it's experience. You're getting paid for your experience more than anything. Not everyone wants to put in the work to research. That's why you pay, a lawyer to do law, because they did the research to be able to do it, not because it's anything special. What do you think is like the thing that most people get wrong?
Most people get wrong maybe thinking that they're in love, like with this one person, they have to stay with them.
Expand on that.
So that these couples, some of them, it doesn't really matter their age, but they'll have a kid. Let's say they'll have a kid with their partner, and they're like, oh man, now I have to stay, because they have a kid. But in reality, it's better to stay for the kid's sake. But for your sake, it's like, bro, you could go crazy dating someone. Imagine if they went crazy. Like, have you seen Flight? Remember he had a baby mama, and then he said that she was cool until after he had a baby with her. Then it was like all this bullshit. Yeah. Like shit like that. But it's okay to leave. Like, some people be thinking like, damn, I can't leave now. Like, I'm too deep. Like 2-3 years in. But nah, bro. Like if you're not feeling it, just ease off. Like, just slow it down. Just be like, damn, like, you have to talk too. You have to express yourself. Yeah, not expressing yourself. I feel like that's a...
So, like, communication?
Yeah, communication. Yeah,
You
communication.
think that's the biggest mistake?
It could be. I feel like, yeah.
Yeah. I think so. I agree. I mean, it's hard. You don't want to over-communicate. Not over-communicate, but you don't want to be too emotional. You know what I mean?
You want to just...
So you have to find the line between communicating and not over-communicating in a way. Even though it might sound toxic, a lot of the times it could be your downfall, you know?
Hope y'all fuck with this episode. We about to wrap it up. Check us out on
Spotify, YouTube. We got Instagram, TikTok. Like, comment, engage. Trying to grow this.
It's good. We'll catch y'all. Take care.
Yes, sir. Catch y'all.